Let's simplify the best witch attack to 3-star max Town Hall 12s and even Town Hall 13. A Town Hall 12 3-starred and almost maxed Town Hall 13. If you're ever using this versus Town Hall 13, or you can take advantage of it, always try to use your lightning spells versus the multi-target Inferno. In this case, using 5 lightning and 1 earthquake is enough, but 2 earthquake can severely weaken the Town Hall, which is something that you should try to consider. Alongside that, there is a base flaw that you can sometimes take advantage of. This is going to be the dead zones. These spots here, which allow you to basically control the pathing of your own troops. And this is the exact same thing that you're going to do for witches. So usually you're going to start off by using a golem on one side, golem on the other, with about 4 to 5 witches. So you can bring in your ice golem, the rest of your witches, and another golem as you start to work yourself in. In this case, you're going to be using the log launcher. And because you use the 2 earthquake spells, you're able to go all the way across and get rid of the Town Hall and Expo from a distance. Dealing with a triple super minion CC isn't too difficult. You do want to use the Grand Warden ability to make sure that you are protecting everything and using the poison and possibly a freeze spell to take care of it. As you can see from here, the log launcher is able to get rid of not just the Town Hall, but also the Expo. This now controls your troops. In this case here, you can see how the troops now are going to be going into a direction almost like in this sort of J shape or an L shape. That's how you want to treat this, and the dead zones make it easier for you to identify that. As you can see from here, being able to have the witches continuously spawning, the P.E.K.K.A. from the log launcher if you brought it, along with ice golems, and your heroes to continue to work themselves in. They have enough power and momentum to continue to drive themselves towards the second scatter. In this case, if you're dealing with something like this, having enough of the witches survive is the biggest key. And while yes, this base isn't 100% maxed, this does show it works incredibly well versus the max key defenses. Overall, this can work incredibly well, and you don't need the Royal Champion, aka you don't have to be a Town Hall 13 to attack a Town Hall 13. Witches and Super Witches are one of the only few exemptions from Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13 that you're able to hit up and still possibly get a 3-star, which is why I would recommend using this versus a Town Hall 13 so you can, of course, maybe show off to your clanmates, but also this may be a make or break attack in your CWL or clan war. Now here is a traditional Zap Witch attack. How you're usually going to start this off is by zapping out 2 Inferno Towers. Usually this is going to be the ones that are not close to the Town Hall and the Eagle Artillery, or not within a good spot. So being able to use the lightning spells in 2 different spots, being able to use the ZapQuake versus a single target Inferno as well is actually a good thing. Don't be afraid to do that in case you're seeing triple singles. Your next major goal is going to be creating 2 sides of the funnel. Using a golem on each side does make it very easy for you. And then you've got the golem and ice golem to work themselves in. That's how you really want to do this, and that is the most simplest way I can do it. Having 3 to 4 of the witches on the outside with the golems does help create a funnel for the rest of your witches. Usually it's going to be about 4 to 5 of your witches that you're going to be putting in the middle between the 2 of the funnel. You're going to use your Grand Warden ability, and if you're dealing with something like a double dragon CC, usually just using a poison spell is completely fine, and it is way better. This gives you enough momentum to go ahead and have the log launcher get rid of walls behind the Town Hall, and also to be able to open up that Town Hall compartment for your troops. And of course, your heroes. Now, in this case, you got a lot of witches on the left, and that's because the golems and the golemites are still up. The Barbarian King is on the other side, being as a tank, just like a golem in this case, and having enough of that is really good. The Queen being able to move herself through, and having pressure from both the left side and the right side, because you still have the golemites up, you still have the king up with his ability, the queen up with her ability, and you've got so much pressure that's going to be caving into the base. And this is why this attack is a great one. This is why this is a very strong attack that you can use on a lot of different bases. Makes it very simple for you to get the 3-star, all as long as you're able to do a little bit of base identification. This will get you the 3-star. Now you can use the witches as support troops, such as in a Yeti bow bat attack. And usually you want to start this off with a Grand Warden Walk. Most of you should know what a Grand Warden Walk is, but it's using the Grand Warden to pick off structures from the outside or being able to pick off a structure from the interior side. In this case, there is an expo that you could pick off rather easily, so it makes it very simple. You could bring in sneaky goblins to clear through collectors or bring a baby dragon if you know that there are no seeking air mines. Those are the things that you will want to consider. Overall, in this case, the attacker here decides on picking off the expo, making it very simple for the rest of this attack. And then you can lure over the Grand Warden with the use of the Yetis, bowlers, and witches. Super bowlers in this case. And alongside that, you can use the Barbarian King to create the other side of the funnel with the Siege Barrack as well, making it a little bit easier. Overall, you then want to make sure that you're able to push your way through. An early rage spell is a great choice to move your Yetis and your super bowlers with the witches into the base. The witches are providing the distraction for the rest of your attack. So as you're able to work yourself through, you want to make it very simple to get to splash buildings like the Wizard Towers, Town Hall, and Eagle Artillery. As you start to continue to work yourself through, using the Grand Warden ability allows you to protect all your troops a little bit better, and it makes it very simple for you to continue to move through. Even if you lose all your witches, you're completely fine because you do still have the healers on something like your Yetis and your super bowlers, and you also want to make sure you have a good shot for the Town Hall. So once you're guaranteed the Town Hall, like in this case here, you can go ahead and start using your bat spells. Usually using them on something like a single target Inferno, since there were 3 singles in this base, it is a good idea to go ahead and do that. You usually want to use a freeze spell earlier on. In this case, he did miss using the freeze spell, and the Wizard Tower did get 1 shot. But if you've cleared most of the Wizard Towers, a good chance is that you will be able to still clear through it. You can use the freeze spells versus point defenses as well. If your bats are not overwhelming them, they can still be taken down by them. Overall, this is still an incredibly strong attack. And if you like using the super bowlers and you want to use them versus like an island base as an example, this is a great choice. And I just showed you how to be an island base with a very simple army that can crush it almost consistently. I've seen this attack a lot versus this base, and it works incredibly well. Now, this is really how you can earn a 3-star with the witches as well. Now, here's another example of how you can use the traditional Zap Witches. Typically, how you always want to take this is using the lightning spells versus the Infernos. Then you're going to be using the golems and your witches. Being able to use the golems and witches on either side, making it very simple. So you've got a good lane to go in for the 3rd Inferno, Eagle Artillery, and for the Town Hall. 3 things that you want to prioritize. As you're able to start working your way through, you got to be very careful of letting your Grand Warden walk on the outside. Don't let the Grand Warden do this. Speaking of Archer Queen, make sure that she also doesn't walk. So you do have to just be very careful, but since you don't have the Grand Warden ability now for the log launcher, you're at the mercy of being able to get through with the witches. So you want to make sure that you've got a good push through. Even though you've got a majority of the troops down here with the Barbarian King, you can still continue to move yourself across with the use of your log launcher CC troops, some of the witches, and your Archer Queen. This can actually indeed get you to the Town Hall with little to no problem. You just want to make sure that you're able to continue to work yourself down, making it very simple to clear through the Town Hall. Using free spells can actually help, especially if you've already used your Queen ability, and therefore you will have the chance to possibly get through. Unfortunately here, the Queen dies. And that is mostly because the Grand Warden walked on to the outside. But this is still salvageable, because this Town Hall, if you like sneeze on it, it's going to go down. And in this case, having the Grand Warden ability does help greatly for the back end. Using that towards the back end of the base, making it simple, so the witches and the Grand Warden have a shot of taking it down. But this case, it gets really close because the log launcher did not have that Grand Warden ability So unfortunately, the witches have to do it themselves, clear through the town hall to finish it off. So those are just a lot of things, and that's a roller coaster of emotions they're getting through at the last second. But that just goes to show some of the fails and how you can turn that around to be a 3-star. What did you think about a Town Hall 12 hitting an almost max Town Hall 13? Make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, and if you want to watch more content like this, I have a lot of videos right over here, including a playlist down here for you guys to check out. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel, use code CORRUPT before purchasing the gold pass or any special offers. I'll catch you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.